Organizational change can be one of the toughest parts of leadership, whether it involves adopting new technology, restructuring teams, entering new markets, or changing company culture. These changes often create uncertainty, resistance, and disruptions in daily operations. What often causes change efforts to fail isn't a bad strategy, but the difficulty in carrying out the change effectively. To help with this, Harvard professor John Kotter developed the 8-step change model, which is a widely used approach to guide organizations through transformation. Kotter's model focuses on a structured, human-centered process that helps leaders build momentum, engage their teams, and embed change into the culture. It stresses the importance of not just planning, but clear communication, empowering people, and consistently reinforcing the change to ensure it lasts. The model includes 8 steps that work together to move an organization successfully through change. Kotter's model is valuable because it looks beyond just the operational side of change and considers the psychological, behavioral, and cultural aspects. Businesses use it to reduce resistance by involving people early on and building shared understanding, create alignment across teams and leadership, build momentum through visible wins, improve execution by breaking change into clear steps, embed new behaviors so the change sticks, and ultimately increase the success rate of change initiatives, which often struggle to succeed. In today's fast-moving markets, being able to implement change well offers a real competitive edge. The model gives leaders a clear roadmap to handle complexity and human dynamics confidently. The first step is creating a sense of urgency by helping people understand why change is necessary, highlighting the risks of doing nothing and the opportunities that come with change, because without this urgency, people tend to stick to the status quo. Next is building a guiding coalition, which means assembling a strong group of influential leaders and stakeholders who support the change, tackle obstacles, and model the right behaviors. Then, forming a strategic vision and initiatives comes into play. This vision needs to be simple, compelling, and easy to communicate, with supporting initiatives outlining how the organization will achieve its goals. The image here illustrates this idea. A person aiming for a bullseye represents focusing clearly on the vision and targets ahead. Change really takes off when a large group of people get involved. This means communicating clearly, sharing stories that matter, and giving employees the power to take part in the change. At the same time, it's important to remove anything that gets in the way, like outdated processes, rigid hierarchies, or lack of necessary skills. Leaders need to spot these barriers and remove them so that everyone can work smoothly. Achieving quick, visible successes is another key step. These wins boost confidence, show that the change is effective, and help motivate teams while quieting any doubts. After these early victories, it's crucial to keep the momentum going by expanding the change, starting new initiatives, and staying vigilant against complacency. Finally, the change has to become part of the organization's culture, meaning new behaviors, processes, and values are embedded in daily work and supported through hiring, training, leadership, and performance management. To put all this into practice, start by diagnosing the current situation and understanding the readiness for change. Then create a strong case for change using data and stories to build urgency. Assemble a diverse team of leaders with influence and credibility, and develop a clear vision and roadmap for success. Communicate consistently through multiple channels and encourage open dialogue. Empower employees with training and remove obstacles to encourage initiative. Plan for and celebrate early wins, recognizing contributions along the way. Finally, reinforce the change by updating policies, aligning incentives, and embedding new behaviors into the culture to ensure lasting transformation. In the first example, a national retail chain needed to update its operations by adopting digital inventory systems, but employees initially resisted because they feared new technology and job loss. Leadership created a sense of urgency by presenting data showing declining efficiency, and a coalition of store managers and IT leaders was formed to guide the change. Short-term wins like faster stock checks and fewer errors helped build momentum, and eventually, digital processes became the norm, leading to improved accuracy, lower costs, and higher customer satisfaction. The second example involves a financial services firm wanting to shift from a hierarchical to a more collaborative culture. Leaders communicated the need for agility to stay competitive, and an engaged group of employees piloted new collaboration tools. Early wins included faster project completion and improved morale, supported by ongoing training and performance metrics, which resulted in a more innovative and responsive firm. Lastly, a hospital aimed to reduce patient wait times by highlighting feedback and safety risks to create urgency. A coalition that included doctors, nurses, and administrators led the efforts. Early success in specific departments showed reduced wait times, and continuous improvement teams helped embed the new processes, leading to better patient outcomes and higher satisfaction scores. Each example shows how KOTTERS' model can effectively guide diverse organizations through meaningful change. KOTTERS' 8-step model offers several advantages that make it practical for organizations. It is clear and structured, making the change process easy to follow and implement step by step. The model puts people at the center by addressing emotional and behavioral aspects, which is crucial for successful change. It helps build momentum by focusing on short-term wins that keep teams motivated and engaged throughout the process. It also encourages broad participation by involving employees at all levels, which strengthens commitment and collaboration. Additionally, early communication and empowerment reduce resistance, helping to ease the transition. However, the model has some limitations. It is linear and can be time-consuming, whereas real-world change is often complex and non-linear. Some organizations may find it too rigid and in need of more flexibility. Effective implementation requires strong leadership, as without committed leaders, the process can lose direction. Identifying short-term wins can sometimes be difficult, since not all changes produce quick results. Lastly, large organizations might struggle with coordination when trying to mobilize a volunteer army, especially in complex structures. Overall, while KOTTERS' model provides a solid framework, it needs to be adapted thoughtfully to fit specific organizational contexts and challenges. KOTTERS' 8-step change model continues to be a key framework for leading organizational change because it focuses on the people side of transformation, communication, and maintaining momentum, factors that really influence whether change efforts succeed. By encouraging a sense of urgency, forming strong coalitions, empowering employees, and embedding new behaviors into everyday work, leaders can manage complex transitions more clearly and confidently. While the model isn't perfect and needs to be adapted to fit specific situations, it offers a structured and human-centered approach that helps organizations navigate change successfully. In today's fast-changing environment, where adapting quickly is crucial to staying competitive, KOTTERS' framework provides a practical and proven way to turn plans into real outcomes.